Hi, it's Grandmama Doris. This little read is called Jonathan's Love for David. David went out and found Jonathan, and he said, "What have I done? What is my guilt? And what is my sin in the mind of your father, that he is seeking my life?" And Jonathan replied, "No, no, you shall not die. You know that my father does nothing, great or small, that he does not tell me. And why should my father hide this from me?" "He surely will not," David answered. "Your father well knows that you are fond of me, and he is saying to himself, 'Do not let Jonathan know this, that he may not be grieved.' But as surely as God lives and you and I live, there is only one step between me and death." Then Jonathan said to David, "What do you wish for me to do for you?" And David answered, "Tomorrow is the festival of the new moon, and I ought to sit at the table with Saul. But let me go instead and hide in the field until evening. If your father misses me, then you say, 'David asked permission of me to run to Bethlehem, his native town, for the yearly sacrifices there for his family.' If he says, 'Good,' then it is well with your servant. But if he gets angry, you will know that he is planning to harm me. Now show kindness to your servant, for in the presence of God you have made a solemn agreement with your servant. But if I am at all guilty, kill me yourself, for why should you bring me to your father?" And Jonathan said, "That shall never be. But if I learn that my father is planning to harm you, I will tell you." Then David said to Jonathan, "Who will tell me if your father answers harshly?" And Jonathan answered, "The God of Israel be my witness that about this time tomorrow I will find out how my father feels. If he feels kindly towards you, then I will send and tell you. Should my father wish to do you harm, God do to Jonathan whatever he will do and more, if I do not tell you and send you away to go in peace. May God be with you, as he has been with my father. If I am yet alive, oh, may you show me kindness, like that of God himself. But if I should die, you must never cease to be kind to my family. And if when God destroys all the enemies of David from the face of the earth, the family of Jonathan should be destroyed by the family of David, my God punished the crime by the hand of David's enemies." So Jonathan renewed his solemn promise to David, because he loved him. For he loved him just as much as he loved his own life. Then Jonathan said to him, "Tomorrow is the festival of the new moon, and you will be missed, for your seat will be empty. On the third day, when you will be greatly missed, go to the place where you hid from my father the time he attacked you, and sit down there beside the heap of stones. I will shoot 3 arrows on the other side of it, as though I shot at a mark. Then I will send the boy, saying, 'Go find the arrows.' If I call to the boy, 'See, the arrows are there beside of you, pick them up,' then come, for all is well with you. And surely, as God lives, there is nothing to fear. But if I call to the boy, 'See the arrows that are beyond you,' then go, for God sends you away. And as for the promises which you and I have made, God is witness between you and me forever." So David hid himself in the field, and when the festival of the new moon came, Saul sat down at the table to eat. He sat in the seat, as usual, by the wall, and Jonathan sat opposite him. And Abner sat beside Saul, but David's seat was empty. Saul, however, did not say anything that day, for he thought it was an accident. But on the next day, when David's place was again empty, Saul said something to Jonathan. Why has not Ben the son of Jesse come to the table, either yesterday or today? And Jonathan answered him, David asked permission to go to Bethlehem, for he said, Let me go, for we will have a family sacrifice in the town, and my brother has commanded me to be there. Now if you approve, let me go away, and I will see my family. Therefore he has not come to the table. Then Saul's anger was aroused against Jonathan, and he said to him, Son of a rebellious slave girl, do I not know that you are making the son of Jesse your friend, to your own shame and to your mother's shame? For as long as the son of Jesse lives, neither you nor your rule will be safe. Therefore send now and bring him to me, for he is doomed to die. Then Jonathan answered Saul his father, and he said, Why should you put he to death? What has he done? But Saul flung his spear at him to strike him. So Jonathan knew that his father had made up his mind to put David to death. And Jonathan rose from the table in his hot anger and ate no food, for on the 2nd day of the month, for he felt hurt because his father had truly insulted David. The next morning Jonathan went out into the field, to the place agreed upon with David, and a small boy was with him. He said to the boy, Run, find now the arrows which I shoot. As the boy ran, he shot an arrow beyond him. When the boy came to the place where the arrow which Jonathan had shot lay, Jonathan called out to him, It's not the arrow beyond you? Hurry, be quickly, and do not stop. So Jonathan's lad gathered up the arrows and brought them to his master. But the boy knew nothing about the signal. Only Jonathan and David truly understood. Thank you so much.